Hello everyone, my name is MajorCalzone, and welcome to a brand new video. Today, I want to talk to you guys about Blue Team and their potential return in Halo Infinite, and a couple ways that I think 343 could bring them back with relative ease or better than it was in Halo 5. Now, obviously, at this point in Halo Infinite's development, I'm sure these decisions have already been made and have been solidly incorporated into the game and the story and all that stuff. But I still think that it's maybe call this a hypothetical or maybe a little bit of wishful thinking, I guess, is like, this is what I hope it's like, or one of these ways is what I hope it's like. But regardless, let's just get into it. And I gotta say, before anything else, I do hope that Blue Team does return in this game in some fashion, whether it's like this or not. I just hope that if they do come back, it's not like Halo 5. I was happy for their inclusion, like they're finally here and in the game and all that stuff, but it's not good to like force this kind of squad play into the game. And 343 has said that they're going to be focusing more on the Master Chief in this game, which is totally fine by me. But, these are the Chief's family. These are the people he essentially grew up with and trained with. Like, they should play at least some part in this game. So the first suggestion I have, or the first way I guess I would want Blue Team to return, is through Halo 3 style co-op characters. Now, if you don't know what I mean by that, in Halo 3, when you played the game single player, obviously you played as the Master Chief and you worked alongside the Arbiter to finish the fight. But if you played the game in co-op, you would actually get to play as the Arbiter if you were player 2, and then there were 2 other elites that you played as for 3 and 4, and obviously player 1 was Master Chief. I think that this would be a really cool way to kind of include Blue Team in the game without really forcing them to be in the game. So you play as player 1 or just single player, and you play as the Master Chief, and you go through Halo Infinite as it's supposed to be. But if somebody joins you as co-op, then maybe they get to be Fred or Kelly or Linda or whatever, however they would do it. And then it's just they're there and they help you. The only problem with this, and one of the problems it kind of had with Halo 3, even though it was fairly easily sorted, was like canonicity. Like, when is Blue Team with Chief and when are they not with him? That could be kind of a problem, but I think for the majority of people aren't really going to care, and as long as 343 kind of specifically says when Blue Team is there and when they're not, then it's not that big of a deal. But like I said, it could be a really good way for them to incorporate these characters without forcing them into the game. And yeah, so let's talk about the next one I have here on my list, which is the second, or the only other one I have, and that is Reach-style missions with each member. Now, what that means is, if you're familiar with the campaign for Halo Reach, you know that in that game, you kind of had a mission with each Noble Team member, give or take a little bit. Like, not every mission was specifically geared towards a certain member, but if you think about like Oni Alpha Site, right? You dropped in with Kat, and then you think about the mission Nightfall. You're dropped in with June to do some sniping, and with Kat, you're like breaking into the Oni Alpha Site, whatever, defending it. It's just stuff like that. I think you could do like a sniping mission with Linda as Chief. You could do some sort of like infiltration CQB kind of thing with Fred. You could do like a package retrieval bomb plant type thing with Kelly. Just a mission that's kind of geared toward each of Blue Team's strengths, and then using that as like the basis of the mission. And Halo always has some sort of sniping level, although I don't think Halo 5 had one. It's been a while since I've played Halo 5, but almost every good Halo game at least has a sniping level in it, and being able to incorporate Linda in that would be huge. And then, like I said, for the other members of Blue Team, sorry, I get my names mixed up here. But I think that this would also be a really good way to not make it feel like they're forced into the game for like, forced co-op or whatever, but it would also kind of help people who aren't familiar with these characters kind of get to know them better, as well as allow 343 to kind of flesh out the Master Chief and his struggle with this game, because assuming that we have to fight Cortana in this game and potentially kill her, or at least a version of her, it might be nice to kind of get into Chief's head on these like individual missions where he talks with essentially the people he grew up with and trained with, kind of help get into his head a little bit. And yeah, so I think between those two, if we could get a mission with each member of Noble Team, or Blue Team, God, why am I saying Noble Team? With Blue Team, that would be awesome. And then you could even have like a finale at the end of the game where they all come together. Just one mission, not, you know, the entire campaign, just one mission where Blue Team is there and they're all AI and they're fighting with you and stuff as like the big conclusion. And I think that could be really, really cool. But again, it's kind of like how big of a role do you want them to play in the game? Do you want them to have a big role and have their own missions and everything? Or do you want to do a more like co-op optional kind of thing where it doesn't really matter if they're there or not? So I personally would love to see individual missions and then like a big finale one. After kind of talking about that idea out loud, it definitely seems like the better option. But let me know in the comment section down below. Do you guys want Blue Team to return in Halo Infinite? If so, how so would you like them to return? Do you agree with my ideas? Do you have your own? Just let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I'm very bad at outros, but like the video if you liked it and subscribe if you want to see more. But yeah. Peace out, everyone.